जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कैसे हैं आप सब लोग? ठीक ठाक है। अच्छा, ये हमारा मिड तक का कोर्स कंप्लीट हो चुका है। टुडे इन दिस lecture number 9, I am going to start chapter number 3. This chapter is all about the measurement of central tendency or averages. So measurement of central tendency or average. In this complete lecture, we are going to cover almost three topics, three weak contents will be covered in this lecture, including introduction of central tendency, then average, type of averages, arithmetic mean, weighted average, harmonic mean, then geometric mean, mode, median, quartile, and decile. And all these things have been uploaded to your LMS accounts, like this one, measurement of central tendency, 27th April to 3rd May, then 4th May to 10th May, median of group, ungrouped data, mode, quartile, and decile. All these things, all these topics will be covered in this lecture. So chapter number 3, and I have opened the book and I have already uploaded the slides and presentation contents to your LMS account, so you can check, and you have PDF book or hard form of book as well. So what is central tendency? For practical purpose, the condensation of data and set into frequency distribution and the visual presentation are not enough, particularly when two or more different data sets are to be compared. A dataset can be summarized in a single value. Such value usually somewhere in the center are presenting the dataset, which the data have a tendency to concentrate. The tendency of observation to cluster in the center part of the data is known as central tendency. So basically, in previous lecture or in previous chapter, we have discussed about data representation by using different data representation tools like tabulation, frequency distribution, and then graphical representation. But in terms of data concentration or to represent data just in a single value, we use the word central tendency or the different values of central tendency, so that the complete data set can be represented by a single value. That single value and all the data set is concentrate or circle around this central value. जैसा कि आपका एक पूरा सर्कल होता है, उसका मरकज होता है सेंटर. So likewise, the complete data set will be concentrated towards the center value. The center value is known as central tendency, or a single value that is represent the central behavior or the central direction or the tendency of the data set is known as central tendency, and the whole procedure or arrangement to measure this value is known as measure of central tendency, and the summary value as is measure of some central value, as you can see the highlighted area. Since the measure of central tendency indicate the location or general position of distribution on the dataset in the range of observation, it is also known measure of location or position, and the value of central tendency is also known as average. So it means कि जो आपसे आज से पहले आप लोग average का concept था, just for it is a type of average. Basically, average is a central tendency, and there are different tools to represent the central tendency or average. We will discuss one by one in detail. So criteria of satisfactory average is given as is rigorously defined based on all the observation made, simple to understand and easy to interpret, quickly and easily calculated, then amenable to mathematical treatment, relatively stable in repeated sampling experiments, not unduly influenced by abnormally large or small observation. It means this central tendency or average will represent each and every value, and all the values will be used for this calculation, and a single value will represent the our complete data set, and it cannot be much influenced by a single value, because this value totally depend upon the complete data set. So next and important one, the types of averages. So first type is arithmetic mean or the simply mean. सो इट मीन्स जो आज से पहले आपके एक माइंड में हम कैलकुलेशन करते थे एवरेज, इट्स जस्ट ए सिंपल अरिथमेटिक मीन या simply mean in terms of statistical. The geometric mean, then harmonic mean, weighted average as well, then median, mode, quartile, decile. All these are the types of averages we will discuss one by one with examples. Uh, we will discuss also from book and slides as well. The arithmetic mean or simply mean is the most familiar average. It means कि हम ये वाली जो average है, average की type है, ये हम daily basis पे use कर रहे हैं, इससे बहुत हद तक familiar भी हैं पहले इसकी calculation से भी. So it means the arithmetic mean or the simply mean is the sum of observation divided by total number of observation, and the formula can be represented by x1 x2 are the observations up to xn divided by total number of the observation is equal to n. So we can write here as sigma x over n, total number of observation divided by total summation of observation divided by total number of observation. Likewise, you have to calculate arithmetic mean of your subjects. So first of all, you will add the complete marks of your subjects, then divided by total number of subjects. You can calculate your arithmetic mean, not average. So average is represented by x bar. X bar is the average arithmetic mean. X1, X2 are the simple single observation. Summation x is the sum of all the observation, and n is the total number of observation. Is an example. We have 9 students with their marks as 45, 32, 37, 46, and so on 36. So arithmetic mean will be calculated as summation x over n, sum of all the values divided by total number of all the values will give us the arithmetic mean of our result of our given data. Like 40 marks is the arithmetic mean of these 9 students. So next one is the weighted arithmetic mean. In many cases, the weightage of each and every aspect or each and every observation is not equal to each other. Likewise, your merit for your merit calculation, entry tests have different weightage, your marks has different weightage, your metric marks have different weightage. So in just arithmetic mean, simple arithmetic mean cannot define your merit. So to properly define your merit, we have some defined rules for weighted average. Likewise, 50% weightage is for your FSC mark, 30% for your test mark, and 20% for your metric marks. So likewise, if there is some kind of weightage involved in calculation of mean, so we will use the formula for weighted arithmetic mean. So what is weighted? The multipliers are sort of number which express more or less adequately the relative importance of various observation in a set of data are technically the weights. And if there are weights involved in some kind of calculations of arithmetic mean or simply mean, so this type of arithmetic mean will be known as weighted arithmetic means. Basically, weight depends upon the importance of certain parameters or the certain observation. So the formula, for example, this one are the observation x1, x2 up to xn, and their corresponding weights are w1, w2, and up to wn. So the formula for weighted average is designated as x bar w, x1 w1 plus x2 w2 up to xn wn divided by w1 to wn. It's just same as arithmetic mean, but just weightage of each and every thing has been involved. Like say we have calculated food, rent, clothing, and their weightages are 7.5 to 1.51. And what is the formula? First of all, expenditure as single observations, then their weightage W1, W2, W3. We have to multiply single values. 54 multiplied by 2, 98 multiplied by 1.5, 75 multiplied by 1, 75 multiplied by zero point 0.5. We have, sorry, just a minute. So we have total as summation x1, xi, wi 2542 and divided by total weightage is equal to 12.5. So we have weighted arithmetic mean as 203.4. So here are the properties of arithmetic mean. For a set of data, the sum of the deviation of observation from the mean taken with proper sign is equal to 0. तो फर्स्ट थिंग कि जब भी हम कोई किसी भी डेटा सेट की अरिथमेटिक मीन कैलकुलेट करेंगे और फिर हर वैल्यू की उससे डेविएशन या उससे अरिथमेटिक मीन से डिफरेंस फाइंड आउट करके उनको सम करेंगे तमाम वैल्यूज को, तो उनका सम अल्टीमेटली 0 आएगा. The sum of standard deviation from the mean is minimum in the world where is a is an arbitrary value other than the mean. The answer should be minimum, and all these are the properties of arithmetic mean. At the end, we will discuss properties, importance, merits, and demerits of each and every type of average in detail. So the mean height and the number of students in three sections of class are given below. These are three section A, B, C, number of boys and their mean heights, and we have to find the arithmetic mean. So number of boys multiplied by their mean height, number of boys multiply mean height, number of boys multiplied by their mean height divided by their number of boys. 40 plus 37 plus 43. So average of three section is 60.4. So next one is the mean from group data. Our previous calculation or the previous examples from the ungrouped data. Now we are going to calculate the arithmetic mean for a group data. The formula for arithmetic mean for group data is f1 x1. F1 is the frequency of first class, F2 frequency second class, Fk is the frequency of k class or last class, or so on. Here is an example. We have classes, then their observation, f value, sum of actual observation, their frequencies, then mean weight of each class. Mean is equal to 65 plus 84 divided by 2, 77.2. 85 plus 104 divided by 2, 94.7. It's just equal to class mark. Then we have to multiply class mark x1 with f1. This one. ये आप लोगों को इस चीज कॉलम के जो हेडिंग है, कॉलम कैप्शन से भी आइडिया होना चाहिए कि किसका आंसर है. f1 x1 fi xy. इट मीन्स कि हमने इस कॉलम को इस कॉलम से मल्टीप्लाई करना है, ये हमारे पास आंसर आता जाएगा. एंड मिड पॉइंट्स आर गिवन एज. नाउ वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई द मिड पॉइंट्स with this one. So the formula can be as summation xi over n for ungrouped data. For group data, summation fx over n, which is equal to 122.07 gram. So calculation based on the group data is also calculated. So here is another examples, and we have to find the mean weight by short method. So guys, you have to just focus on a single simple method, but after the class we can calculate another method which is short, or coding method is also as known as coding method. Then we have to find the geometric mean, basically arithmetic mean, weighted arithmetic mean, then geometric mean. All these are the types of average. Geometric mean of set of positive number x1 x2 xn is defined as nth root of their product. हमने जितनी वैल्यूज हो उनको मल्टीप्लाई करना है, उनका nth रूट लेना है. ठीक है, इस तरह हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं ज्योमेट्रिक मीन को. और अगर हमारे पास ग्रुप डाटा हो तो उसके लिए हम ये वाला फार्मूला यूज करेंगे, log g 1 over n f log x1 f2 log x2 and up to last value, and g will be equal to anti log 1 over n summation fi log xi. And here is an example for ungrouped data. We have the values 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There are total 9 values. We have to multiply these values and their arithmetic mean nth root, ninth root. So we will have answer. Or in terms of taking log 1 over n, log x1 plus log x2 and so on. And here is an other example for group data. ये जितने भी हमारे पास एवरेज की टाइप्स होंगी उनके लिए दोनों तरह के मेथड होंगे, ग्रुप डाटा के लिए और अनग्रुप डाटा के लिए. तो इसके लिए आपको ये फार्मूला सारे याद होना चाहिए, एवरेज की टाइप्स और फॉर ग्रुप डाटा एंड फॉर अनग्रुप डाटा, दोनों के अलग अलग फार्मूले होंगे और मेथड भी डिफरेंट होगा. एंड फॉर group data we are going to use a frequency distribution table. So first of all, their weights, their central value or class mark, then frequency of each and every class. इस तरह ये आपको डाटा या क्वेश्चन में गिवन होगा न्यूमेरिकल में, और ये सारी कैलकुलेशन आपने खुद से करनी. Then you have to find the log of each central value, and then next column you have to multiply f with next column. इट मीन्स ये जो कॉलम है ये लॉग है कॉलम नंबर 2 का, और ये जो आखिरी कॉलम है कॉलम नंबर 3 और 4 का मल्टीप्लिकेशन है. एट द एंड log g is equal to 1 over n f1 log x1 1 to 4 divided by n. N is equal to total number of observation, which is equal to 60, and g is equal to anti-log of this value. So 117.7 is the geometric mean of given data set in example 3.8. So next one is the harmonic mean. So what is the harmonic mean? If there are different values like say x1 x2 xn is defined as the reciprocal of the arithmetic mean of the reciprocal of the given values. कि जितनी भी हमारी गिवन वैल्यूज होंगी उनका रेसिप्रोकल लेके हमने उनका अरिथमेटिक मीन लेना है. इट्स सिंपल कि जो भी हमारी 10 12 15 वैल्यूज होंगी सब वैल्यूज का हमने रेसिप्रोकल लेना है और उन रेसिप्रोकल का फिर हमने अरिथमेटिक मीन लेना है. सो रेसिप्रोकल ऑफ 1 over x1 plus 1 over x2 up to x 1 over xn over n and the reciprocal of this whole answer. तमाम वैल्यूज का पहले रेसिप्रोकल लिया, उनका अरिथमेटिक मीन लेना, और जो आंसर आया उसका हमने सिंपल रेसिप्रोकल कर लेना, 1 ओवर कर लेना. इसका ये एक शॉर्टर मेथड भी है, n ओवर समेशन 1 ओवर x1 x2 and so on. We can clear the picture by using an example. Like we have different vehicles or some type of things given, and their average is 15 kilometer per hour, 20 kilometer per hour, and 25 kilometer per hour. And we have to calculate the reciprocal. So 1 over 15 plus 1 over 20 plus 1 over 25 divided by 3, which is also equal to 3 over this one. So harmonic mean is equal to 19.15 kilometer per hour respectively, approximately, sorry. So when rates are expressed as x per y and x is constant, the harmonic mean is required. But if y is the constant, the arithmetic mean is required. It's basically the usage of arithmetic mean and harmonic mean, and the same is the formula for group data. जिस जगह भी फ्रीक्वेंसी इन्वॉल्व होगी इट मींस वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट बाय यूजिंग ग्रुप डाटा. अगर सिंपल को डाटा है तो हमने अनग्रुप का फार्मूला यूज करना है. अगर किसी भी न्यूमेरिकल में आपको फ्रीक्वेंसी गिवन है तो इट मींस यू आर गोइंग टू यूज ग्रुप डाटा फार्मूला. एंड हियर इज अनदर एग्जांपल यू हैव टू सॉल्व योर ओन. जब हमारा सेशन स्टार्ट होगा तो इंशाल्लाह अगर कोई इशू होगा तो हम इसको दोबारा से सॉल्व भी कर लेंगे और देख भी लेंगे किसी स्टूडेंट का कोई भी इशू हुआ. द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज द मीडियन. Median is the defined as a value which divide a data set into two equal parts. So first thing we have to arrange our data into ascending and or descending order into certain array. Then the central value which divides our data into two equal parts is known as median value. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास 9 वैल्यूज हैं जो हमारी बिल्कुल सेंटर वाली वैल्यू होगी. लाइक फिफ्थ वैल्यू is the median value which is distributing our data into or dividing our data into two main equal parts. So it means this type of value that divides the data into two equal parts is known as median value. Likewise, we have arranged our data from smallest to largest or largest to smallest. Just you have to arrange the data into ascending or descending order. If the middle value of n is odd and average of two middle value if n is even, it means if the total number of values are odd, so it means the middle value is the median. If there are even number of values like 10 or 12, then median is equal to average of two central values. Here is an example, and this one is the formula for group data. Median is equal to L plus H over F N over 2 minus C. अभी हम इसकी एक एग्जांपल भी देखेंगे, उससे आपको मजीद ये पिक्चर सारी क्लियर हो जाएगी. Quantile, just like median divides the data into two equal parts, but quantiles divides the data into four equal parts, like 25%, 50%, 75%. 25% means 1 over fourth of data, 50% means 1 over 2. It means जो हमारा second quartile होगा वो हमारा median होगा, जो central value होगी. And 75% means this value will going to distribute our data into 3 over fourth part. इनके जो हमारे डाटा का 3/4 हिस्सा होगा वो 75% होगा. 50% सेकंड क्वार्टाइल दो हिस्सों में तकसीम करता है, जिसे हम मीडियन भी कहते हैं. जो फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल है, जो हमारे डाटा को 1/4 1/4 हिस्से में तकसीम करता है, इज नोन एज 25% ऑफ द गिवन डाटा. So here is the example. Given below are the marks of 9 students. All these are example are given in your chapter number 3. So you have to go through complete chapter, including exercise and examples. Given below are the marks of 9 students: 45, 32, 37, 46, then 39, and so on up to 36. So to find the median and quartile, first of all, जब भी हमने मीडियन या क्वार्टाइल फाइंड आउट करना है या डाटा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करना है, आपने डाटा को असेंडिंग और डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज करना है. So we have arranged our we have not, but the author have arranged the data into ascending order, 32, 36, and so on up to the maximum value, which is 48. Hence number is odd, and n by 2 it means 9 by 2 is not an integer. कि अगर हम n by 2 लेंगे, टोटल नंबर ऑफ वैल्यूज हमारे पास 9 है, और इसको 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो वो हमारे पास कोई इंटीगर नहीं आएगा, बल्कि 4.5 आएगा. तो 4.5 कोई भी वैल्यू नहीं हो सकती. तो इसके लिए हम क्या कहेंगे, n by 2 प्लस 1 कर देंगे. इट मीन्स कि एंड अगर हमारे पास इवन ऑड वैल्यूज हैं तो हमें एक प्लस करना पड़ेगा ताकि हमारे पास कोई डिजिट वैल्यू आए. So n by 2 over 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. So it means the fifth value is the median value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 39 is the fifth value. So 39 is the median of the given data set, which is going to divide our data into two equal parts. So 4 values is before the median and 4 values are after the median. अब आपको इस पिक्चर से, इस एग्जांपल से भी क्लियर हो जाएगा कि जो हमारा मीडियन था उसने हमारे डाटा को दो इक्वल पार्ट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया. बिफोर द मीडियम देयर आर 4 वैल्यूज एंड आफ्टर द मीडियम देयर आर आल्सो 4 वैल्यूज. एंड नेक्स्ट वन, वी हैव टू फाइंड द क्वार्टाइल. मीडियन एक ही होगा जो डाटा को दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड करेगा, लेकिन क्वार्टाइल 3 होंगे, Q1, Q2 एंड Q3, जो कि हमारे डाटा को 4 हिस्सों में तकसीम करते हैं. सो Q1 इज इक्वल टू n by 4 plus 1. So n by 4 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So third value 32, 36, and 36. This 36 is the first quartile. Now for third quartile we will use the formula 3n over 4, 3/4. हम पहले क्वार्टाइल के लिए, फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल के लिए 1/4 1/4 यूज करेंगे. लाइकवाइज फॉर थर्ड क्वार्टाइल 3/4 will be the formula. 3/4 into n plus 1. So 3 into n, total number of values are 9. 3 multiplied by 9, 27, plus divided by 4 plus 1. 27 divided by 4, it's 6. 6 plus 1, 7. So seventh value is the third quartile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 45 is our third quartile. So it means in this given data set, 36 our first quartile, 39 is our median or second quartile, you can say, and 45 is the uh, third quartile. So these are the examples you can solve, you have to solve. So next one is the mode. What is mode? Mode is also known as the most frequent value. It means the value that is repeated frequently in our data set is known as mod. कि जो हमारे डाटा सेट में सबसे ज्यादा दफा कोई भी वैल्यू आएगी वो उसे हम mod कहेंगे. जनरली इन अनग्रुप डाटा में तो हम वैसे ही काउंट कर लेंगे कि कौन सी वैल्यू सबसे ज़्यादा दफ़ा आएगी, उसे हम मॉड कह देंगे। बट फॉर ग्रुप डाटा विल यूज द फार्मूला एल प्लस एफ एम माइनस एफ वन डिवाइडेड बाई एफ एम माइनस एफ वन प्लस एफ एम माइनस एफ टू मल्टीप्लाई बाई एच। अभी हम इनकी एक दफ़ा दोबारा रिवीजन भी कर लेते हैं और इनके न्यूमेरिकल भी रिपीट कर लेते हैं फ्रॉम माई प्रेजेंटेशन। Central tendency is the statistical measure that defines a single value that accurately describes the center of the distribution. So it means the central tendency or the average describes the center of distribution of our complete data set. So types of averages as arithmetic mean, median, mode, geometric mean, and harmonic mean, then quartile, decile, and percentile as well. So first thing, the arithmetic mean, sum of observation divided by number of observation. Here is the example. For group data, this one is for raw data or ungrouped data. Next one is for group data. Then median, a value which divides a data set into two equal parts, or the 50% of the complete data set before the median and 50% of the median. This value is known as median. You can see from the example, first of all we have to arrange our data into ascending or descending order. Then the central value will be known as the median of the given data set. So in terms of odd values, n by 2 plus 1, and in terms of n values, n by 2 is the formula to divide the data set. A group data, we have used the formula L plus H over F into n by 2 minus C. अच्छा, अब इसमें L क्या है, H क्या है और F क्या है? अब इसमें देखेंगे कि जिस क्लास की फ्रीक्वेंसी मैक्सिमम होगी वो हमारे पास मीडियन क्लास होगी। अब इस डाटा सेट में हमारे पास जो मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी है वो है 15। So it means 108 to 127 is our median class. So what is L? L is the lower class boundary of the median class, which is 107.5. 107.5 plus what is H? H is the class size, which is equal to 20. 68 88 minus 68 कर लें, बेशक 108 minus 88 कर लें, 20 over F frequency of the median class, which is equal to 15 into n by 2, total number of values is equal to 50 divided by 2 plus what is C? C is the cumulative frequency of the previous class from median class। कि हमारी median class तो ये वाली है 15 जिसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी है, मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी। इसे प्रीवियस क्लास जिसकी मैक्सिमम हमारे पास कम्युलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी होगी वो C की वैल्यू होगी 23। सो द मीडियन is equal to 110.2. So mod, a value which occurs most frequently in a given data set, is known as mod. Uh, अब इस एग्जांपल में देख लें 5, 13, these are the given values, and the maximum repetition of the value is 9. So mod of the this given data set is 9. These are the just examples of mod. अब यहाँ पर कुछ values given हैं, ये देखें। C, frequency of C is 2, for D 4, E 1, F 7, W 2। अब इस data set में F maximum frequency पे 7, so mod is F। Most quantitative then qualitative। So next one is the mod for group data। जैसा कि पहले मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ कि जितने भी ये एवरेज की टाइप हैं, you have to discuss each by group data and for ungrouped data. So for mod, for ungrouped data, group data is L plus Fm minus F1 over Fm minus F1, F1 minus F2 multiplied by H। What is L? ये हमारी है मैक्सिमम फ्रीक्वेंसी वाली है हमारी पास मॉडल क्लास। L is the lower class limit of the model class plus Fm frequency of model class minus 13 F1, F1 is the frequency of the preceding class, F2 is the frequency of the following class। These are all things are given, you have to calculate just by using a simple method। Then geometric mean is the nth root of the product of the given values, the positive nth root of the product of given values is known as arithmetic mean. Then for raw data, for group data is given also. Then harmonic mean, it is the reciprocal of arithmetic mean of the reciprocal of the values. For raw data or for group data, then they have relationship quantile that distributes the data set into four equal parts is known as quantile as Q1, Q2, and Q3. Then decile, likewise quantile जो हमारे डाटा को चार हिस्सों में डिवाइड करता है, decile that distributes our data or divide our data into 10 equal parts is known as decile. Then percentile that distributes our data into 100 equal parts, and these are the formula. Decile, the nine value which divide the distribution into equal parts. Nine values, its mean total number of divisions are 10. These are the formula. For first decile n over 10 divided by 10 because we are going to divide our data into 10 equal parts. Second decile, third decile, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. Percentile, the 99 values which divides our data into 100 equal parts. Like these are the n over 100 plus 1. Third decile will be 3n over 100 plus 1. For fifth percentile, decile is represented by d and percentile is represented by p. So this was all about our lecture. If any question you have, feel free to ask. Now I am going to close the session. So thank you all.